Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Google Meet session. The end is near. We are very close to the end of this transition program, and you'll all have your regular days to go back to come next week. Because as of next week, a week from today, nothing. As our last class will be on the Monday, and then on Tuesday you'll be getting your report card. You'll be getting an email with your report card mark, and then eventually I think they're going to be mailing out the actual report card. So on the Monday will be a student success day, so that'll be a day for anybody who's not submitted any work to submit that in, so that this way we can make any final changes to your overall mark. Okay, and this primarily for anybody. Typically, if you're like in the 70s and below, you definitely want to get those in because every little bit will can help to improve that mark. One thing I do want to discuss before we kind of get into the agenda. Please try to meet the due dates and deadlines for the evaluations, but also be aware that we understand that, or I understand, and I'm sure your other teachers also understand, but I'm speaking for myself. I understand that you are doing other things, right? I do take a pride in what I'm teaching right now. I do think of the importance of taking phys ed and being physically active. And to me, I do think that this course is very valuable, as is your literacy, numeracy. Remember, my background is science and math, and so I understand how important it is to the other subjects as well. And so understand that if you are struggling trying to meet with the deadlines, feel free to reach out. We're here to listen. Come September, it's going to be very important that you do meet deadlines and due dates. But please also make sure that you speak to your teachers. Let them know, because sometimes we'll make a due date for something, and all of a sudden we find out that that due date seems to be on the same day as two or three other evaluations, and so we don't specifically get together as teachers to discuss, okay, let's Monday, let's make sure everybody has their work due, so that this way we keep our students busy all weekend to do this work. And like that's not the way things work. So if when students are very vocal and they let me know, they let their teachers know, look, I've got all these due dates and they're all on that same day. We are mindful to that, and we will make arrangements. We will, I'm very well known to extend the due date by a day or two or even a week or whatever, depending on what what my students are kind of going through. So understand that we are there for you. Your mental health is very important to us. Having so many things due on the same day, can be a little bit stressful. Understand though, with summer school, just because of how condensed everything is, we're limited as to when we can extend our due dates. Because let's face it, this course, we're running out of time, so we've got to try to keep you busy. If you've noticed, I've tried to keep you busy because part of my job was to make sure that you had something to do, and that I was doing something on a daily basis, because that's what I was hired to do. So please be aware, but at the same time, we are understanding, and we are going to do what we can to help you out. So feel free to reach out to your teachers. So today, what we're going to talk about, we're going to take up the quiz that you all wrote yesterday. I posted a new workout, so hopefully you get a chance to check that out. This one's a little bit different, and it's a backpack workout. So you're all going to be carrying backpacks come September. So why not kind of try to build some of that strength and muscular endurance while we're carrying that backpack? So I did a backpack workout this morning. Recorded it for you guys. Nice short. It's a 6 minute workout. So 6 minutes, no excuses as to why you can't find 6 minutes of your day to complete it. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a Kahoot, so if you can, please download the Kahoot app. Um, so this it'll speed things up. So when we run it tomorrow, there's no mark to the Kahoot. Tomorrow's Kahoot is really for fun, but there is some learning because some of the questions I'm going to be asking will be on Friday's culminating. So and not all the questions. The occasional question you might re-see again on the culminating evaluation on Friday. So that's going to be the work for Friday, and it'll just be a bunch of multiple choice true or false questions on everything that we've kind of covered throughout the this component of the course. Okay, and so and we also have today's lesson that I want to talk about. So let's move into taking up today's or yesterday's quiz. The order that you'll see these questions, they're randomized from student to student, but everybody gets the same questions, and where the answers happen to be located within will vary from person to person because I randomize everything. I randomize all the questions and I randomize all the answers. So let's just quickly go through. What of the following is not a component of physical activity? Well, if you look at it, ability to eat large portions clearly has nothing to do with any kind of physical activity. Somebody can, I guess, argue, well, isn't chewing considered some form of physical activity? Well, there is some physical activity to it, but compared to all the others, no, there is not. Let's look at the next question. Question number 2. Cardiorespiratory fitness strengthens which two body parts? The heart and lungs. I talked about cardio meaning heart and respiratory meaning your lungs. So those were the two body parts in which cardiorespiratory fitness strengthens. Moving on, question 3. The average heart rate or target heart rate for teenagers during cardiorespiratory fitness should be between 120 to 160 beats per minute. Understand that if you are kind of a beginner to any kind of physical activity, that please always be siding with caution by going on the lower end of this beats per minute. Okay. Moving on, question 4. For health benefits, the duration of aerobic exercise should be at least 30 minutes a day. So that's the recommended time. I think I stated that in the handout. I also stated that in the video that I posted in Google Slides. Be aware that anything that I posted even in video form can be used for an evaluation. I wouldn't post these videos if I didn't want you watching them. I didn't post them for my own sake. I posted them for you. So understand that when I did post them. Number 5, to get the most out of your physical activity, your target heart rate zone should be between what percent of your maximum heart rate? Between 60 to 80% of your maximum heart rate. And again, if you're a beginner to physical activities or you're starting back up again after not doing it for a while, you're always wanting to aim for the lower value. Next question. Brief, strenuous exercise to near exhaustion is sometimes referred to as anaerobic exercise. Okay, so all of a sudden you're pushing yourself to the point of near exhaustion. Is considered anaerobic. So there's not as much oxygen being present because you're you're going to be huffing and puffing and struggling to try to bring in any air into your body. Question 7. What advice should be given to someone who is just beginning to exercise? Start slow and build over time. Ignore some of these so-called motivational speeches of train hard, train heavy, work out every single day. These are training hard and training heavy is definitely maybe something you might want to be aiming to once you've got some years under your belt. Okay, that's definitely something you want to, let's say, maybe start to think about, especially if you're looking at trying to build a lot of strength and trying to build a lot of muscle. But again, when working out hard and when training heavy, always side with caution because it's easy to get hurt. If you're not doing exercises properly. Moving to question 8. Over-exercising and pushing too hard can result in injuries. Okay, can result in injuries. So understand, you definitely don't want to be exercising too hard or pushing too hard. That can lead to hurting yourself. Number 9. The ability of a muscle to work for long periods of time is muscular endurance. Muscular endurance. Question 10. The maximum force muscles put out when they contract is muscular strength. Again, these are all terms found in my video, in my Google Slides, and that handout. Question number 11. The range of motion of joints and muscles is flexibility. Moving on. Question 12. The ability of the heart and lungs to supply oxygen to our muscles during continuous physical activity is cardiovascular fitness. Okay, so we're the ability to kind of bring our heart and lungs to supply oxygen. Because remember, you're huffing and puffing with any kind of cardio-related activity. Question 13, which of the following is not a primary benefit of regular cardiovascular exercise? It doesn't improve your balance, right? Running, going for a jog, riding an exercise bike, running on a treadmill will not be working on balance. To work on balance, you're going to need to actually do some kind of balance type exercises in order to kind of be able to build that. But that's not related to cardiovascular exercise. Question 14. What does FIT stand for? It stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type. So frequency, how often you're working out. Intensity, how intense is the workout. How much time are you spending on the workout? And what type of workout are you doing? Are you doing some kind of cardio workout? Are you doing some kind of resistance training? Okay, using the following table, according to the FIT principle, on which day did this workout not meet the recommendations? So it didn't meet the recommendations on Friday. So on Friday, this is what their workout was: 30 minutes of basketball. Yeah, that's great to kind of just staying active. Riding a bike for 30 minutes, again, staying active. 10 minutes of stretching, great, to kind of work on your flexibility. But in terms of the FIT principle, the frequency and intensity, you're not getting this kind of intensity. Not unless you're playing really competitive basketball are you really getting are you putting in any real intensity. Okay, you're playing just kind of, for fun. Every now and then you'll push yourself to kind of do something. Really, that's why I've been very picky when I post my workouts, and I want you following those workouts, because I know that my workouts that I posted will follow this FIT principle. Okay, so they do. So you doing, that's why at the end of the videos, I'll say, don't let this be the only form of exercise that you do for the day. Go out for a walk, go out for a jog, go for a bike ride, because you're still maintaining um, some kind of physical activity. But when you're doing any of that other stuff, you're not really following that fit principle. Because if you look at on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Saturday, they are using strength training. That strength training is increasing that intensity of their workout, because all of a sudden they are putting a greater stress on their muscles. Moving around, playing basketball, you're putting a little bit of stress, but it's not really much different to just moving around the house or going for a walk. Yes, you might be sweating it out because there are moments where you're kind of sprinting, but in comparison to actually doing some kind of strength training, you're not quite getting the same kind of benefits as you would doing those. Okay, moving on to question 16. Using the following table, what is the best adjustment a person can make to the fitness plan to improve his or her mile time? So they're trying to improve how fast they can run a mile. Okay, that works out to about 1,600 meters or 1.6 kilometers. So adding 10 minutes of stretching is going to just work on their flexibility. On Fridays, replace yoga with power walking. Again, the power walking isn't going to help them with running, but it will help nonetheless. And on Sundays, add resistance training. So lifting weights isn't going to help with their run. The only thing that will help them with their run is to incorporate sprint intervals into their running. So instead of, let's say, running for 30 minutes, run for maybe 10 minutes where you're doing sprints. The other day, I was bike riding with my daughter, and I saw a high school student. He found a hill very close to one of the paths that we were taking, and he was doing sprints up the hill. So he would sprint up to the top of the hill and walk down, catch his breath, and sprint back up again, come down. And he did that for about 10 minutes. And the workout he got out of that 10 minutes is probably more than he would have had he ran just for 30 minutes at a reasonable pace. Okay, so understand that those speed intervals will change up that intensity of the workout. Okay, and last question here, number 17. Using the following table, what is the frequency of strength training in this fitness plan? They are working 4 days a week with strength training. So if you look, strength training 1, 2, 3, there's none here, and here's number 4. So 4 days in the week, they actually do some kind of strength training. Let's look at today's lesson. Today I assigned module number 9, Eat Well, and Food Guide Scavenger Hunt. So there are 2 posts or 2 files that I've posted into this activity. I've got the Google slide as our typical classroom, and the Google Doc that you are going to need to complete. So let's look at this Google slide. Always put the Google slide into present mode. Our prayer is going to go, here is our daily prayer. First, let's stop that prayer. Go through the prayer that I have for all of you, for our class. Let's move to the next slide. Let's stop this video. So this video is pretty much my explanation of this actual lesson. Okay, so when you put it into presentation mode, it'll actually do this videos. But you're all here for this Google Meet. So for those of you who are here in this Google Meet, not really necessary to go through this video. So what you're going to do is you're going to explore the New Canada's Food Guide found on the bookshelf. So here's the bookshelf. Hover over it. If you click on it, you're going to get to the actual food guide. Next part, you're going to demonstrate your knowledge of the New Canada's Food Guide by answering the questions found on the Google document on Google Classroom. So in Google Classroom, I've got a worksheet that you need to complete based on links within this file. On the next slide, I have watch the video "What's in My Kitchen" on the next slide. So let's go to my next slide. Up here, I've got a video that kind of goes through some of the healthy foods that I keep in my refrigerator, my freezer, my cupboards. So yeah, so check that out. If you're looking for some ideas to eat healthy. So after completing the assignment, check out how the food guide has changed over the years. Understand that this food guide here is different. This is a modified or a recent update to the food guide. This is our old one down here. So here in the bookshelf, I've added the old food guide. When you click on it, you will see all the food guides as far back as 1942. Okay, so 1942, when the food guide first kind of originated in Canada, you can see exactly how the food guide has changed over the years. So please do go through those websites. There will be a quiz. And it won't be next class. It will be actually, I will be posting the quiz right after our Google Meet. So please do get started on that and complete the quiz. But remember, don't work on the quiz until you've read through the guides, completed the worksheet, watched the video, and so forth. Okay, so let's look at the actual Google Doc file to complete. So here is the Module 9, what you're completing for this assignment. So you're going to look at the plate on the main screen of the Canada Food Guide. Name the 3 main categories seen on the plate. Okay, so we're not talking about specific foods. We are talking about the category in which those foods fall under. Then question number 2, list one food in each category. So in each one of these categories, pictured on the plate, and one food that could be in the category, but you don't see in the photo on the main page of the most recent food guide. Okay, look on page 2 of the snapshot on the main page. Healthy eating is more than the foods you eat. To answer the following questions, click on the first box. Be mindful of your eating habits. All these headings are found on the website, so please find these headings on the website. What does it mean to be mindful of your eating habits? Do not give me one-word answers or one-sentence answers. This goes for every single one of the questions. So please be detailed. Express yourself with proper English, proper grammar. You're working on your literacy skills when you're answering questions. Question 4, on the left side toolbar, click on take time to eat. Read this section and list one benefit of taking time to eat and one way we can take time to benefit and how I can take time to eat. Then you're going to click on Cook More Often box. List 3 benefits of cooking more often. You're then going to find Enjoy Your Food. Read the How to Enjoy Your Food section and list 2 ways that you already enjoy your foods. For example, paying attention to taste or eating with family. You cannot use these 2 examples since they are already given. Click on Eat Meals with Others. List 3 ways you may benefit from enjoying meals with others. Answer in the space provided. Click on the Use Food Labels box. List 2 ways food labels can help us. Number 9, click on the Limit Highly Processed Foods box. Describe what are highly processed foods and name 3 examples of actually highly processed foods. Question number 10, click on Be Aware of Food Marketing box. Read the Marketing Can Influence Your Food Choices page and name the last food advertisement you can remember seeing or hearing, whether it be a TV commercial, radio commercial, Facebook post, Snapchat post, Instagram post, poster, sign at a restaurant, logo on a vending machine, whatever it might be. Share that and how it influenced us. Number 11, click on the Canada Food Guide logo in the top right corner to be taken back to the main screen. On the left side toolbar, click Tips. Find healthy eating in the environment section. Name 2 things you can do to make environmentally friendly choices. Okay, and lastly, click on the Canada Food Guide logo in the top right corner to be taken back to the main screen. On the left side toolbar, click recipes. Look through all the healthy and delicious recipes listed on the recipe page and choose one recipe you would be interested in making at home or at school, or like as a meal to take to school. As a bonus for yourself, try cooking that meal. Okay, whether it's you or whether it's a family member, somebody, try that option, because let's face it, we want to try to find healthy eating options. And if you could find some healthy eating options that you enjoy, you're more likely to eat healthier, because you'll have your go-to meals that you find healthy, or sorry, that you find delicious, and yet happen to also be healthy for you. There you have it. That's our module 9 for today. I'm going to be posting the quiz in a moment, and I will be posting this Google Meet later on for those who've not been able to attend today's session. So please complete that. Tomorrow, like I said, we're just doing the Kahoot. And I think I'm posting also another workout video. Eventually I will also be posting our last fitness journal. And then we've got the culminating on Friday. And that'll be it. I will have one more little assignment, but it's kind of more like a discussion. We're going to be talking about mental health, because mental health is important part of physical and health education. So understanding how social media negatively impacts our mental health, and why it is important that we take we take acknowledgement of that, so that maybe we can try to set limits throughout the day to limit our social media consumption. Okay, so I'm going to stick around to answer any questions. If there are no questions, have yourselves a wonderful day. I will see you for tomorrow's Kahoot. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. I hope you liked this video. If you did, do not be shy to hit that thumbs up button. And while you're clicking the thumbs up, click on that subscribe to stay tuned to my new videos. Thanks for watching.